Universal Basic Income, or UBI, is a social welfare concept that has gained significant traction in recent years. It proposes a simple yet potentially transformative idea. Provide every adult citizen with a regular, unconditional sum of money, regardless of their income or employment status. This basic income is intended to cover essential living expenses, such as food, housing, and healthcare, and provide a safety net for all members of society. Proponents of UBI argue that it could alleviate poverty, reduce income inequality, and enhance economic security. They believe that a guaranteed basic income would empower individuals to pursue education, start businesses, or simply have more control over their lives. It is seen as a potential solution to the challenges posed by automation, globalization, and the changing nature of work. However, the implementation of UBI raises complex questions about funding, potential economic impacts, and the role of government. While there is a growing global debate on the merits of UBI, one aspect that requires careful consideration is the level at which it is implemented. Should it be a national program administered by the government, or are there advantages to local community-led initiatives? As we delve deeper into the complexities of UBI, it becomes clear that a one-size-fits-all approach may not be the most effective. Local community-led UBI programs offer a promising alternative, providing tailored solutions that address the specific needs and challenges of individual communities. While the concept of a national UBI program may seem appealing, it is essential to consider the potential drawbacks and risks associated with such a centralized approach. One significant concern is the risk of inefficiency and bureaucratic bloat. Government-run programs often involve complex administrative structures and layers of bureaucracy, which can lead to high overhead costs and slower disbursement of funds to those in need. This inefficiency can result in delays, errors, and a lack of flexibility in responding to changing circumstances. Another risk is the potential for politicization of UBI. When a program is administered at the national level, it becomes susceptible to political maneuvering and manipulation. UBI amounts and eligibility criteria could become bargaining chips in political negotiations, leading to instability and uncertainty for recipients. Furthermore, a national UBI program could have unintended negative consequences for the economy. Funding such a program would require significant tax increases or cuts in other essential government services, potentially hindering economic growth. Additionally, concerns have been raised about the impact of UBI on work incentives, with some arguing that it could discourage people from seeking employment. Finally, the centralized nature of a government-run UBI program raises concerns about data privacy and security. A national database containing sensitive financial information would be an attractive target for cyber attacks, potentially exposing millions of citizens to identity theft and financial harm. In contrast to the potential pitfalls of government-run UBI, local, community-led initiatives offer a more promising and effective approach. These programs empower communities to design and implement UBI programs that are tailored to their specific needs and circumstances. One of the key advantages of local UBI is the ability to tailor solutions to local economic conditions. Cost of living varies significantly across regions, and a national UBI program would likely struggle to account for these disparities. Local programs, on the other hand, can adjust UBI amounts to reflect the actual cost of living in their communities, ensuring greater equity and impact. Moreover, local management allows for greater efficiency and flexibility. Community organizations are typically more agile and responsive than large government agencies, enabling them to adapt quickly to changing needs and implement innovative solutions. This flexibility is crucial for experimenting with different UBI models and identifying the most effective approaches for each community. Community-led UBI programs also foster greater engagement and trust. When residents have a say in how a program is designed and implemented, they are more likely to feel ownership and support for it. This participatory approach helps build trust in the program and increases the likelihood of its success. Finally, local oversight helps minimize the risk of mismanagement and corruption. Community members are well positioned to hold program administrators accountable and ensure that funds are used responsibly. This transparency and accountability are essential for maintaining public trust and maximizing the impact of UBI programs. Section 4. Case Studies, Success Stories in Action. The potential of local, community-led UBI is not just theoretical. It has been demonstrated through successful pilot programs across the United States. One notable example is the Stockton Economic Empowerment Demonstration, or SEED, in Stockton, California. The SEED program provided 125 randomly selected residents with $500 per month for 2 years, with no strings attached. The results of the program were overwhelmingly positive. Recipients reported improved financial stability, reduced stress and anxiety, and increased well-being. Another successful example is the Magnolia Mothers Trust in Jackson, Mississippi. This program, launched in 2018, provides $1,000 per month for a year to low-income Black mothers living in a neighborhood with one of the highest rates of premature births in the United States. Early data from the program suggests that it is having a positive impact on recipients' financial security and overall well-being. These pilot programs provide compelling evidence for the effectiveness of local UBI in addressing poverty, improving lives, and strengthening communities. They demonstrate that when communities are empowered to design and implement UBI programs, they can create solutions that are both effective and sustainable. Section 5. Addressing the Challenges of Local UBI. While local UBI offers significant advantages, it is essential to acknowledge and address the potential challenges associated with this approach. One challenge is the potential for funding disparities between communities. Wealthier communities may have more resources to invest in UBI programs, leading to inequalities in access and impact. To address this challenge, it is crucial to explore mechanisms for equitable funding distribution. State and federal governments could provide grants or matching funds to support local UBI programs, particularly in communities with limited resources. Another challenge is the scalability of local UBI. While pilot programs have shown promising results, it remains to be seen whether these successes can be replicated on a larger scale. Scaling up local UBI programs would require careful planning, coordination, and knowledge sharing to ensure consistency and effectiveness. Despite these challenges, the potential benefits of local UBI are too significant to ignore. By embracing a community-centric approach, we can unlock the transformative power of UBI and create a more equitable and just society for all. Section 6. Conclusion: a brighter future with local UBI. As we grapple with the challenges of income inequality, poverty, and the changing nature of work, universal basic income has emerged as a compelling policy solution. While the idea of a national UBI program may seem appealing, it is crucial to carefully consider the potential risks and drawbacks associated with such a centralized approach. Local, community-led UBI programs offer a more promising and effective alternative, empowering communities to design and implement tailored solutions that address their specific needs and challenges. From the success stories in Stockton and Jackson to the growing movement for local UBI across the country, there is mounting evidence that this approach can make a real difference in people's lives. By embracing the power of local, we can harness the transformative potential of UBI to create a more equitable, just, and prosperous future for all. It is time to move beyond the limitations of top-down solutions and empower communities to build the future they deserve.